Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to cover on the phone, meaning we're going to cover a lot of phrases, common phrases that you have to say or you have to be ready to hear when on the phone in Italian. So let's start from the most important one. This is the equivalent of hello or moshi moshi in Japanese. This is pronto. This is what you say when you basically get a call or call someone. Don't worry if you can roll your R just yet and trill your tongue. That will come later, but remember this word because it's very important. So a conversation on the phone could start with pronto when you pick up, and the reply could be pronto, sono Mario. It means hello. It's me, Mario. Now, you don't have to put on an Italian accent to say this, because you now know how to say it in Italian. Sono Mario. It means, it's Mario. Basically, you don't say, it's Mario. In Italian, you say, I am Mario. And this is exactly what this means. We've seen the verb to be already. If you don't know it, go and watch the video on the verb to be. But basically, this is the first person singular. The verb to be conjugated in the first person singular. Sono. It should be io sono, because io is I and sono is am. I am. But as we can see, there is no io. And the reason why there is no io is because the conjugations in Italian allow you to basically neglect and omit the subjects. Chi sei? We already looked at this. Chi sei? It's a very, well, it's not very polite, but it means who are you? A more appropriate way of doing this is by saying chi parla? Chi parla means who is talking, who is speaking to me. And it's not rude at all. It's not colloquial. It's very polite. Chi parla? In fact, I recommend you learn this as well. Mi scusi? So, excuse me, who's talking to me? This is a much more polite version of who are you? Chi sei? Here there is an element of grammar that we haven't touched upon yet, and this is basically the polite form. And the polite form in Italian is quite tricky, so I don't want to talk about it right now, but we will cover it. We will get to it. So don't worry if you can't comprehend this sentence 100% right now. Just learn it by heart if you want to. This is a very polite way and a very common way of asking somebody to introduce himself on the phone. Otherwise, chi sei? Stick with the simple one. Okay, now, fai quella telefonata. It means make that call, make that phone call. Now, phone in Italian is, let me get the right tool, is telefono. Telefono. And as you can see, it's masculine. We know it because we know it. Go and watch the gender video if you don't know why. But basically it's because there is an O at the end. Telefono. However, phone call is telefonata. And it's feminine. So all phone calls are feminine. So, una telefonata is one phone call. Due telefonate is two phone calls. Okay. Passamela. Now again, in order to understand this word completely, in its entirety, you need to be really good at Italian because this is a third level of contraction. Basically, it means put her on the phone. And if you want to say put him on the phone, passamelo. This is passamela, passamelo. Put him on the phone. And don't worry, because some of these are very difficult and some of these are very easy, but we'll get to understanding everything. Let's have a look at the last two. Qualcuno risponda al telefono. This means Please, somebody answer the phone. Rispondere. Rispondere means to answer, and it's an ere type verb. We can see it because in its infinitive form it ends in ere. Rispondere. Okay? Telefono, I've already told you, it means phone. Somebody answer the phone. Prefisso is a very strange word. It means code, basically. So local code, national code. The national code of Italy is 0039. The national code of Geneva is 101, and so on. Every city has its own code. We've seen very useful sentences that could come up in real life situations, and I hope you've enjoyed the video.